Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Convergence Cup. Convergence Cup at LATAM number 6. This is a bi-weekly event, bi-weekly tournament here for Latin American players. We just wrapped up with Convergence Cup proper, which is only for the Brazilian scene, but now we're here with the LATAM edition for players from Latino America. Let's go. Let us go. Again, we do have our ZvT ahead of us here. We're jumping into the semifinals. It's going to be a ZvT between Erik and SpeCial. We also have a TVP between Master and Davo. Let's go. Up first, we have our best of 3. We're jumping on in. Erik, he just took down Master in a very close, very clutch. A best of 5, of course, but now he jumps into the ring with Juanito instead. Different matchup, different approach. Now, when it comes to ZvT, I will say that ZvT is traditionally, historically, Erik's worst matchup. This is the matchup where he does struggle the most. It's the matchup where you do have a little bit less kind of, I would say, freedom or room to kind of like express yourself and branch out a little bit. I'm curious to see how our players do open up. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the Mexican Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing himself. It is SpeCial. Speaking of, shout out to Cosmos for running, organizing, and casting the event in Brazilian, Portuguese, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner. We have let's go. we have the Brazilian Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Erik. Erik, man. Yeah. Here we go. We're jumping into our fresh series, our fresh best of 3. Game 1 is here on Winter Madness. Winter Madness is one of the larger maps of the map pool, but hold off on that because SpeCial does open up with the low ground wall off. Now, if we were casting any other Terran player, Clem, Bjorn, Kjor, Maru, we would assume 2 Rax Reaper, but SpeCial, he is fond of going for a Rax into Factory into Expand. SpeCial does have his own quirky builds that he does like to embrace and enjoy, so we're leaning towards a faster Factory, a faster wall off, and a bit of a different kind of start. You can already see no second racks. No second racks. Gases are on the way. This is for a more aggressive start. And there's a give and take as well. We can get into it. For now, Erik does go hatch gas pool, standard opener out of our Zerg player. Oh, the kangaroos. True. Ah, there it is. Again, shout out to Cosmos, shout out to Code for Giants for sponsoring the event. Allowing for Convergence Cup to be a thing. But yes, he is the kangaroo. True. There's that Reaper opener, and again, we're expecting said Factory follow-up. As the SCV moves down, Factory is on the way. Now, a regular build that goes Rax into Factory would typically be on the high ground, and it would mean that you'd have to get a high ground CC as well because you would have no wall of defense against any kind of expansion. This allows you to have a much more aggressive tech-heavy start with a faster Factory with a delayed command center, but on location because the wall off is here on the low ground. So with that, you're able to wall off early on, able to defend your CC behind it, and open up in a much more aggressive fashion. The downside of this build, of course, is your CC is delayed, right? It's going to be a later expansion, a later economy in favor of earlier tech. Erik does scout, Erik does confirm. Behind this, we do have Erik going for lair. Jesus, that is a very fast lair, skipping link speed. Yeah, no link speed, going for, what was that, like a 220-ish lair timing? Jesus. So very early lair into gases. This does look like 2-base meta, but if we're going to 2-base meta here, I feel like SpeCial will punish. Remember, with the earlier Factory, that means earlier Hellions, earlier Starport as well. Everything is earlier, aggression is favored, and Erik is being greedy. Erik is being so greedy. Link speed is on the way. Again, more gases are being mined. Reapers, they bust into the main, and they've yet to scout. And now they do. Yeah, picking up 1, 2, 3 Zerglings, diving into the main base, confirming everything. The gases, the lair as well. He sees all, he knows all, and drones are going down. Critical damage. Getting 1, 2, 3 drone kills, and this is too much. Yeah, there's already too much. Already getting out of hand. As Hellion does hit the natural. Again, Queens are out of position. It is attempted 2-base meta, but it's such a messy way to get there. Like, it's just such a rough early game. Oh, the Hellions. Yeah, brutal Hellion position at the same time leads the counterattack. Marines at home to defend. Cyclones on the way, Medevacs on the way. Drop plays on the horizon here for SpeCial. It's on the way. We're just rallying across, and it's going to be very, very difficult defense. Erik is droning. I mean, he has to do everything right now. He has to drone, he has to make army, he has to make a defense. He's just spent so much money on the lair and on the gases and on the spire, it just wasn't worth it. It was not worth it. SpeCial's overwhelming, catching out the queen. Oh no! That was the only queen, by the way. That was the only queen. There's no other queens here in any of the bases. Bust into the mineral line. Lings are trying to engage. Oh, nice round. Surrounds the Marines. Oh, the pig on micro there. Yeah, very nice micro, very nice control out of SpeCial. Saves the Marines. And again, Erik, he can't afford to even make mutas here. That's back at home. SpeCial taking up into his own 3-1-1. Stim is on the way. Bio's building up. SpeCial just enjoying himself back at home. We have 5 mutalisks in production. And this hatchery should go down. Oh no, the cyclone! Ooh. Yeah, a bit of miscontrol there by SpeCial. Did take a lot of hits, a lot of damage there on that cyclone. The hatchery will still go down. Ooh. There we go, down to the cyclone, but GG gets called. GG gets called. Too much damage, and SpeCial takes game number 1. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Again, a cheeky build here by Erik, trying to go into 2-base at Muta as quickly as possible. Again, that was what? That was a 220, if not even earlier lair timing. Insanely fast lair by Erik. But as you saw, we saw that SpeCial had gone for a more aggressive build, and to be fair, Erik saw it as well. That's what's a little bit perplexing and what's a little bit crazy about Erik, is that he saw the earlier factory. He saw the faster aggression, but despite that, he still cut corners and went for a hyper greedy build. It was punished for it. So it was a big risk there by Erik. I will say it was it was a bold move to go for because he knew how aggressive SpeCial was going to be. It was an overconfident maneuver, and in the end was punished for it. GG. GG, well played. With that, SpeCial, let's take a lead, and now we're jumping to game number 2. Going to be loading into Taito Citadel. Let's go. Okay, Erik, we got to calm down, Pappy. We got to calm down. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Taito Citadel, we have the blue Terran player. We have the Mexican Terran. It is SpeCial. Juanito, Juanito. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player. The red Zerg player, the Brazilian Zerg, representing the CranKy Ducklings down in the series. Can he bounce back and make a series out of this? It is Erik. Here we go. Whew. And once again, we saw chaotic builds from both players. To be fair, no one was playing standard. No one was standard, no one was orthodox. And once again, we're expecting a SpeCial to go for the same build. Rax into factory, into a later expansion, into a faster Hellion, faster Cyclone, faster aggression is what we're expecting here by SpeCial. And we need Erik to respect it. We need to respect this opener. We need to respect the build. We need to calm down and not rush into a 220 lair timing. Which was insane, by the way. But we'll see. Yeah, double gas on the way. Once again, faster factory. Same build. Same opener, 2 games in a row for SpeCial. We'll see how Erik deviates. So far, hatch, gas, pull, standard opener just like last game. It's all about how we spend the gas though. Last game was a fast lair. This time we're expecting link speed and pull out of gas. We'll see. We shall see. When it comes to this build, SpeCial is literally the only player that does this. We have seen 2x Reaper, of course, did kind of hit the meta, hit the mainstream. We have seen some players incorporate the future build, which is 2x Marine instead of 2x Reaper, and you go for a very heavy Marine count early on and you forego scouting. But specifically Rax into factory, I think the only player that we've seen do this is Gumiho. I think he has played around with this a little bit. But just Gumiho and SpeCial. And Juanito does move out. Factory's on the way. Overlord will confirm the same build once again, and this time early Roach Rush. Okay, now I do think that this has potential for a little bit more success. Winding it back though, the build here is crazy. Okay, so what did Erik do? Erik, before even talking about the hatchery here, the Roach Warren, as the Reaper gets in, oh, doesn't get into behind the mineral line, but Erik, he skipped his queen. There is no second queen. We got a faster third hatchery. So this is very greedy. It's very, very greedy here. With one less queen, that means that early game defense is more difficult for Erik, and you can see one Zergling going down. There should be 2 queens at the moment, but there's only 1. We have extra larva. This feels like we're going for an all-in. We have link speed on the way. We're staying in gas. Of course, roach production is on the way, and this can work because the build of choice is SpeCial is going for. But again, the faster factory means faster tank production and faster cyclones. Yeah, I'm not fond of this. Reapers, they get into the main, they scout, they confirm the build, they confirm the Roach Rush. SpeCial, he's worthy all in. Does catch one of the Reapers. Does catch both, not bad. Both Reapers go down. But the problem here is that as we're going for the Roach all in, we have Cyclones already in production. Like, we already have a would-be standing army, and SpeCial, he scouted, he knows. He's fully aware. Also confirms lack of drones. Lack of drones, lack of saturation. Kills 1. Almost 2. The all-in is coming. Even cancels the bunker. Oh my god. It's a very confident play here by SpeCial. I would say the bunker would be necessary to hold and survive, especially because your production's exposed. So no bunker is very confident. The Ravager is arriving. Tank is on the way. If the tank arrives, I mean, that's game. That's a hold. Just have to buy time. Oh, the Ravager, no! The Ravager is going to go down. Massive pickup, no biles. And yeah, he doesn't need a bunker. He doesn't need a bunker if there are no Ravagers, and one Ravager going down is brutal. Without the wall is solid. Tech Lab goes down. That will not stop the tank. The tank will still arrive. Yeah, the tank is out. We'll siege. Biles will help, but there's only 2 Ravagers. There are only 2. Nice focus firing as well. Yeah, tank shots going off. A Ravager falls. There's only 1 Ravager left, and with that, there are 0 Ravagers remaining. SpeCial, he defends. He's on 2 bases. Has a massive economy in comparison. We only have 19 drones for Erik, and now he starts to drone. Now he starts droning up very late. The all-in has failed, and SpeCial's counter-attacking. This is risky. This is a big risk from SpeCial. For all he knows, it could be more Ling Roach just gearing up back at home and ready to commit. So very risky maneuver here from SpeCial, but it will pay off. Will pay off in the end. As things, they come in for the surround. I'll pick up on the tank. And with that, Lings, they're being cleaned up as we speak. Again, very nice control here. Saves the Hellion. Saves the Cyclone. SpeCial pulls away. And SpeCial doesn't kill, but he trades well. And oh, we have a Liberator. Yeah, Liberation gets across the map. 6 drone kills already. 7. 8. 8 drones going down. Drop back into the mineral line. Crippling the economy. And SpeCial doesn't kill, but he does cripple. Does cripple Erik. Scan confirming that there's no tech, there's no lair, there's no gases. Queen count is very low. There's only 1 queen. Yeah, only 1 queen. More mining is being denied. And again, the early all-in just did not pay off. Was already brutal losing that first Ravager. But even then, because the build is SpeCial, like, he already had a standing army early on. He already had the factory up and running. SpeCial draws back in, catching out more drones. Remember, there's no queens, so just free damage. We just sit here with the medevac. He now rotating over. And from here, special, he can get a third CC and just macro up from here, or just push. Just push on 2 bases, get up to like 5 Raxes. Currently he's on 4. Decent Rax counts. So 4 Raxes, 2 base saturation. He's built up his army. When he moves out, he'll hit with Stim. Can hit with Stim. And here comes the main push. So it's going to be a 4x 2 base all in. We have Stim, or we have combat shields. +1 is going to finish up in the middle of the fight. Sorry, 5 racks. Oh, where's the 5th? Wait, am I blind? Oh, there's 3. That makes more sense. So 2 base 5 racks all in. There's a 5th racks here. Especially commits. And what do we have to defend? We have 4 Ravagers. 4 Ravagers. We have 3 Roaches. And we have a Dream, Pappy. Ah, let's go. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 Roaches falling. Boys are being pulled. And with that, special, he overwhelms. He overwhelms. He breaks on through. GG gets called, and special will claim the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, I would say special style here kind of countering Erik. I say style because Erik was often scouting and still reacting, still committing to early aggression. This build that special went for, both in game 1 and game 2, the early racks in the factory, does leave you very safe against early all-ins. Against early all-ins and early aggression, early shenanigans, and that's exactly what Erik went for. Game 1, Erik went for 2 base Muta, very fast 2 base Muta, and game 2 went for a Ling Roach all-in. Against both builds, we saw that because of the opener of special, he had the earlier factory, earlier starport, he had earlier units to defend or earlier units to punish and counterattack as well. Once again, the downside of this build that special was going for is that he has a worse economy because his CC is delayed, and also he's more vulnerable against a 2 base all-in because his production's at the low ground, at the natural. Sorry, 2, 3 base all-ins even, but we never really saw that come into play. We never really got to see that punish because Erik himself didn't have a strong economy and he never built up into the wards at like later aggression. GG. GG, well played. With that, special has claimed the series, and with that, we're going to be jumping into our next semis. Special will advance on to the grand finals. Meanwhile, we have Master and Tabito facing off in a Terran versus Protoss in the other semifinals. Let's go.